And here we
Hello.
are. It's magic. I meant to do that.
We're back. You're
Oh,
like
boy.
way bigger than me.
You have to sit forward. What are you? You're in a bookcase. Here we are. Welcome to Amy and Ryan's
I
Weird
shrunk.
Adventures. We're already starting out weird.
All right, fine.
Don't make me look like a screen potato here. How's? Well, I'm already running into the wall. How's everybody doing? We live in a small house.
Hello, everyone.
Just gotta move the garbage can. I know.
Who's all with us?
Here's
Looks
our
like
list
we
of
have,
humans.
Julie and Sean.
Hi guys, don't worry, this will
And
stay up
Beth.
and replay on 2 places. We're on Facebook right now. Not that we have the window up to check. We have it just in
Yeah, we
StreamYard,
don't-
but we're also on YouTube right now.
Oh, I
so
was supposed to
either way,
I was supposed to monitor the.
we're
Facebook.
ready
1
for
second.
tonight. We got a new light from Dave and Buster's because I won a lot of points. Well, one of us won a lot of points. Also from Dave and Buster's.
Oh yeah.
It's Rick and Morty.
Yep.
But, the things you do. So how's everybody's night? Things are weird. Things are good. We're glad to see everybody. We just put out that second part video for West Virginia Penitentiary, so we wanted to follow that up with a little live stream talk about it. And
Yeah.
And we went on a trip, and we didn't really get a lot of chances to talk about it or do anything with the footage. So I do have.
It's coming though.
I do have the. I think I can share my screen and play some videos and show some footage so that we could share a little of that. But that was July now, and we understand it is the very end of September. So there's a few things to go over, talk about and recap. It's more like a recap rather than a.
It's fine. The wheels turn slowly sometimes. We're pretty busy in our personal lives too, so we're looking to buy a house. I don't know if we've mentioned that to folks, but we're actively working on that and trying to find a larger place to house our things.
Right? Did you just hear me run into the wastebasket next to me? Like, we need more space.
As George Carlin said, your house is really just a place for your stuff. So
we need to put it elsewhere.
Chatting?
Yeah, right there. You see it moving?
Oh,
it's right next to us.
There we go. Oh, Beth vapes too. Yep.
Yay.
I'm thinking about giving it up,
yeah,
but
we're
it's
kind
hard.
of at that point.
I forgot it for like an hour at work.
That's good.
And then I went crazy.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah. I need to vape some Zero Nick. But anyways, yeah, we're working on trying to find a house and stuff. So
I've been packing boxes, which is very stupid, but also nice because I throw a lot of things away. But then I get like this wave of shame, like, why do I own all these things? And I just want to like light it on fire. And then I'm like, no, just go back to packing the box. You're a human. You're not a hoarder. It's okay. Like, I have to keep myself in check. But oh, wow.
Mainly would like to set up a studio for us and for my music as well.
Yeah, he needs the space.
I have a drum set now and stuff, so
in the suburbs.
That needs a place to live.
It's been wild here.
Anyways, yeah.
No, that's true. It's good. It's good though. It's annoying. It's just annoying because it's a lot of bureaucracy and weird
Julie.
red tape. Thank you. Yes. So it's just weird. I don't know. There's people who I'm on the phone with and I've never met, and they're like looking into our lives to see if we're approvable, and it's just so weird. It's like I can approve myself right now.
Sure,
watch.
A lot of folks have done this.
Yeah, it's weird. So. It's weird when you're old and you have to do things that are super legal.
Yeah.
And you just kind of want to be a ghost and not just, I don't know. If it were 1904, I would knock on someone's front door and be like, hey, I would love to have your house for a certain sum of money. Here's my cash. But we don't live like that. And it sucks. But also, can you guys hear us okay?
She would if she could.
Let us, I would. No, but there's houses. There's literally an address taped right here. Yeah, let us know if everything's good. The streams are working in both places and everything. Hi, friends. It's
I would love to have a mortgage in the UK.
Oh my God.
I would.
Yeah,
well, no. Maybe I wouldn't, but I'd love to live there.
We're getting the news about weird things going on the island. Like, what the heck? So it's a strange time to exist. So to the paranormal, with a place where we can escape reality and really just pretend that all the bad things aren't happening. And the dog's losing. Here we go. And the chupacabra for you all. We're also cryptid hunters, except we captured one and then quit.
Okay, all right.
This happens in the morning.
She's an aggressive chug sometimes.
Even aggressive chihuahua.
Sometimes docile. But anywho.
Good, everything's working.
Did you guys get a chance to check out the West Virginia videos at all?
We finally went there. It took us a long time. It really sounds like a chupacabra down here.
It does.
But
it's a very own cryptid.
The first place, I don't know about you, but the first place I had seen it was MTV's Fear, which aired in 2000. And I think that was like one of the season 1 episodes, I think. And of course, some of the names were changed in some of those episodes, and only until the internet got really good a few years later could you look up like where they were. But that one was obvious. It's West Virginia. And so I'd seen that since that show, and I was 17 when that came out, so I got impressionized super hard by, thank you, Julie. So I got super like, oh my God, do you think this is real? And sometimes weird stuff would happen on that show. Like if you go back now, you're like, I think that might have been like, that could have been paranormal on some of those. I hope for it because I still want to believe it, but I'd seen it there. So it took 22 years for me to go to this prison, which it's not like I live in Japan or something. And it's like, well,
Yeah.
When did you first see it?
I think it was Ghost Adventures. That's when I first heard of the Sugar Shack, like maybe 2010. It was season 1.
Did Zach get possessed?
He did not get possessed yet. He wasn't.
They were like exploring then.
Good. He wasn't like important enough to the devil for possession at that time.
He wasn't like, oh, look at this guy giving it a try.
He sure has come a long way in that regard.
No, he's very important now. Spirit realm. I don't know, maybe.
But yeah, I saw it on there. Super good episode though. Like their early stuff was good.
I liked the exploring.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I know. It's still on in the background now and again in my life. Like behind that sign is a TV, so. Sometimes I hear the ring of Ghost Adventures. I'm like, oh, here we go.
Yeah.
And it's just fun entertainment. You're allowed to like it.
The 2-hour specials tonight. That's right.
Oh my God, are we detracting from that? Guess who's going to go watch it later? Are you kidding?
With them? Yes.
That's fine. You know what? This stays on the internet forever. Well, so does their stuff. But we finally went to West Virginia, and we made it so that it was just the two of us, so that we could really. Here, I'll just be honest. Like we wanted to kind of freak ourselves out. Well, I did. I wanted to face what scared me when I first learned about it and what made me intrigued by it, and be like, can I walk through this place like these people? And in the video, in the part 2 is when we did our solos, and I spent like half an hour on the floor over there attaching the self-facing camera to our bigger one to be like, now it looks like I'm wearing one of the fear rigs, and they walk around and it's just, and the shot of course is horrible because it's an action camera, so it's all wide angle, so it's just like your face blown up, and you can tell I was nervous. I'm like, I'm an idiot for doing this. Why am I here? And I cut out a few other things of me just like swearing at myself standing there in the doorway to the cell block, like, why am I here?
We have Missy Lathrop.
Oh my
from
God!
Paranormal
Hi.
5 on Facebook Live.
I still talk about Wilson. I can't get over that place. No, but another W place that I like.
And Joe Stacy has joined.
Joe, what's up?
What's up, dude?
Yay.
How you doing?
It's good to see you guys. It's good to know you guys.
Building some cool stuff. I've been checking it out.
Oh, word. So we finally saw. I was scared of that place, and also we took the tour earlier in the day, which we had. Get out of there. Which we hadn't done with like Trans-Allegheny, and we didn't take the tour ahead of time there, and I absolutely regret that. Also daylight photos, didn't get any. And then we don't always have time to put the tour before, so we took the tour of this prison before, and it was long, and our tour guide was amazing. I think the guy that's in the episodes, like on Goes to
I think so.
I think he's in a few TV shows.
No, he was great.
He was fantastic though. And he said to me on the side.
We went there earlier in the day and took the tour that everyone can take. And
stuff. Well,
and then we told them, hey, we're going to be here overnight, just the two of us. They're like, oh, yeah.
That's right. We'll
just
see.
the two of you.
There overnight.
We'll see you later.
Right. And he said off to the side, I used to work as a corrections officer. And I was like, ooh, in West Virginia. And he's like, I have seen things I'll never unsee. So I do not want that job ever again. I will just walk around this place. I'm like, dude, what in the hell is maximum security, old-timey prison, West Virginia? And we're in this place. And it just gives you such a a feeling, I don't even know how to articulate it, of what it's like to learn about the history while you're standing in the thing. And I guess that's why we build living history museums and preserve places, because it does a thing that's very visceral.
Hey, it's
and it
J
was
and
great.
M's here.
Hey, hi friends. Oh, congrats on the name change. We'll get into that as well. You'll notice things look a little different.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that
so
too.
walking in there was amazing. What did you think going solo? Were you terrified right away?
Not really. I actually was as brave as I've ever felt, going in. Even though right before I went in, they told us about how the kindly lady had a bat fly in her mouth. So if you all know my bat phobia, that did not sit well with me. I only saw one bat all night though. Only one, which is pretty cool. Like there was some outside, but like in the building flying around me, only once.
And I rescued him. I rescued us both.
I felt as brave as ever.
Well,
and
good.
my first steps alone are what you saw in the video. I went into the Shadow Man hallway where that famous photo was taken, the cafeteria door and all that stuff. And I got some pretty crazy stuff that I can't explain. That one bang, that freaked me out.
That sounds like a
door.
That
changed my whole night.
That sounds like a door.
That changed my whole night.
Is that why we teamed up later to go to the Sugar Shack when I was in the yard?
We did not stay apart as long as we had
No, because our plan was to be like, let's spend like 4 hours alone. And then we were both like, hey, where did you go?
Yeah.
Back to the nerve center.
That freaked me out. Like that stopped me dead in my tracks. I felt like a direct response, like don't come down here. So I'm like, I won't come down here, but I still did anyways. But it was
It took a minute, but
really hard to walk through that doorway into the cafeteria, even though I'd already been there on the tour earlier and stuff.
So we knew where to go.
My regret is taking the tour. I wish that we hadn't, so I could just walk in there completely blind and be like, I don't know where I'm going. I don't know where I am, and get like totally lost in there.
When they made us take a tour before we did our investigation,
they usually told them we know where it was. They asked us if we wanted the big tour or just a few little hot spots.
And we told them we were just there, so we were like, we're going to peace out and start. And we did, and I walked.
Hey, it's Nick Madsen. Hey, what's up, man? Well, hey. Welcome. He's a friend of mine from Wisconsin.
Wisconsin. No, it was good. It was scary. So you weren't as scared, but a lot more things happened to you.
Oh, I got scared.
Yeah, well, then there's your reaction.
After a little bit, I sure did.
Yeah, but you went out in the yard. Bet. You went all the way over to the wagon gate.
I went out to the hanging area where the basketball court was.
Of course, being outside is like, it's not as scary because all of a sudden that enclosed space is gone and you can hear the town.
I had my head on a swivel because, I had a lot of weird things in my periphery when I was outside, and it's an enclosed, you're in walls, there's nobody around.
Yeah, it's gated and
there's not any light pollution.
So you're not supposed to get out.
You're not going to see car lights going by and stuff, but it was cool. I enjoyed the hell out of that.
I thought what we did was we did the Estes method up in, which I guess we could just say at this point, have you noticed in like paranormal investigations and videos and content, shit's standard now? I think we've reached a point where like the Estes method is just as like standard as an EVP session. So we did our standard Estes method session up in the psych ward, and that's where I saved him from a bat after I like backed up into you, but it was fine. It's good. And I thought it was amazing that you were like, damn it, Nancy, language. I'm sorry. That is the greatest Estes response. That one, along with White Hill Mansion's I eat pancakes every day or some shit. I was like, well, I'm done. But that to me was the most scary. Well, not scary. The most intriguing part, because twice it sounded like footsteps when we were up there.
Yeah.
Like straight up coming up.
And I got to see it later on video, but definitely.
You were in headphones, and I
definitely sounded like footsteps to me.
That's cool. What does that when no one's there? Those two people stayed in. You get two people overnight with you, and they stay in the open lit guard room. Not guard room, like the front entryway where old Sparky is on display, which is like
the real old dark. Sparky.
That's not. It's not. Is it the real one?
That's the real one. That is the original, the real old Sparky that took. I think only like 13 people were executed in that chair.
And just like OSR, it was made by a prisoner, designed by a prisoner.
He made it too good, I guess. It would just fry the person completely.
We live in a society.
Yeah. they took us through all that. There's even the switch still on the wall and stuff. I wish I could have got to throw it. They used to have more than one guard, so that and all three would pull at the same time, so no one guard would know I'm the one who
They do that
killed
for
this
all
guy.
those sanctions.
Yeah, that was interesting. But being in there and hearing that and stuff, it was like, whoa.
It's really crazy. And you're learning
crazy.
about one of the most violent prisons in the US when it was open. So it's not like they're not exaggerating the histories and the stories about the gang leaders sequestered to their own cells at the end of a block because it was just too dangerous for them to exist without just being killed one day at and they die in horrible ways anyway. And their graffiti. I love the dark side of your mom. Great one. I didn't put the whole thing in the video because it's not safe for work, but they were artists in there.
Yeah, there was some really good artwork in the cells, I thought, and then there was some not so good artwork in the cells.
Of course. The other thing is then, of course, we saw a ton of Guns N' Roses graffiti. So that's part of the music. And this was, of course, the first place we took our honkin' speaker. It's not even that big, but it's like a good sized speaker.
Yeah.
And it's bassy enough to do what we wanted in a big space that's stone and metal or cement and metal. And Ryan played a concert on YouTube, and we got real nervous if the copyright was going to ping. And we are sharing copyright with, who is it, James Taylor?
No.
Who sang the song?
John Denver's estate. We're sharing copyright royalties, which is fine.
Yeah, it doesn't rip your video down, which is dope.
Yeah, because it's a live performance.
It's live. I tried to make sure I was still panning the camera to you so YouTube would like it.
I must apologize. I was not at my best.
Oh my God, it was
great. Because once it came down to the nitty gritty, I got my guitar on my shoulder. I'm standing in this prison where like hundreds and hundreds of deaths have happened. It got a little weird to like start playing songs and stuff, so I'm like kind of screwing up a little bit. And the Schumann resonance, the experiment that Amy was running was messing with my brain waves. It honestly was. It was like switching chords in my head.
Oh, that's sorry.
I had to go off of like muscle memory. It was interesting. Like it definitely has an effect on the living, the Schumann resonance.
Well, yeah, it's supposed to relax you.
Else, I don't know, but
Joe would go on an investigation.
What an odd experience playing music.
I liked it. I really liked it.
From my fingers and my voice inside of a haunted prison at like 2 a.m.
You wouldn't expect it in your life.
But we got some cool responses, like stop playing abruptly on a dime, as you saw, and then a bang would happen in the distance,
And then as we stood there afterward,
I hope for more.
And I want like the whole door to close.
Yeah.
But as we stood there afterward, not playing anything and just letting things sit, that wouldn't happen. The noises stopped. So it was like, what the hell?
Yep.
And then it's hard to interpret that. Like, does something or someone want us to stop or keep going? We can't know that. Like, excuse me, we could run an EVP session, but like, there's no chupacabra. Joe wants to go on an investigation, and he knows how to use one of those cameras.
Yeah.
So let's go real weird. They're weird. Oh, we should go to Binghamton. It's the Twilight Zone area. You have to go see that.
Oh, yeah.
That's there.
For sure.
There's a lot more in New York that we should do. It's been busy. That's the problem. So we took ourselves to West Virginia, but then we went to Europe.
J&M says it was a great moment. Music evokes emotion in both the living and the dead. So. Genius. I don't know about that.
Oh, geez. Well, books have been written on it, not by us, I tell you what.
Yeah, it's been done. It's not common, but
we have to say, I think we have to put out there in the public. We learned about, we learned about the Schumann resonance portion of this from Waverly Hills guide Jason. He first played us on a big speaker in the hallway. You can see it in the video. We did the same thing in this place because I was like, that is interesting. We saw something there. So I really, of course, wanted to see something in West Virginia. I want to see something everywhere. That's the point, right? Yeah. But I hoped for the same. And we were in a much smaller space now that I think about it.
And a different energy.
Yeah, yeah.
But it seemed appropriate to play some of those songs. I really liked it when you saw the writing on the cell and like, gives me an idea. What do you want to hear? Granted, that person who wrote that may very well not be passed on. See,
that's true too. There's a lot of people who are still alive who are in there.
In the egregore vein, in that theory, perhaps that person left behind a part of their essence, which is something I honestly believe we're communicating with a good deal of the time is living essence
Well,
left behind.
in a place like that, though, you're sitting and waiting. So much of your time is sitting.
Yep.
So what is the energy left behind in that place?
That's
Desperation,
where,
boredom.
Interacting with it can lead to activity at times. We've seen that. We've experienced that, but
it's weird. I don't know. And then of course you come face to face with the idea that some of those guys were real bad. They wouldn't have been nice. They wouldn't have. It would have been scary to look them in the eyes when they were alive. And I have to go in there and be like, nice to see you. I'm not here to hurt you.
We're getting a lot of questions about the name. All right, we'll go into that.
Hi, Bexy.
You mind if I take this
for
a second?
Take it.
Well, the thing is, Full Dark Paranormal Explorers and previously Full Dark Productions, we're trying to we're not trying to be something nationally known, famous, or any of that. We're trying to be a couple of people doing cool stuff, and we feel like maybe if we had our name and our actual names,
the names our parents gave us,
humanize us more.
Yeah.
For our audience, because we do want to reach a larger audience, and the engagement on the channel has not been what we hoped, but we have a lot of great friends. Then a lot of you are here right now, which is amazing. I'm glad to see you. A lot of great friends that faithfully watch our stuff, and we appreciate all of you. But breaking into a wider audience has been very difficult, and whether it's the YouTube algorithm or something we're doing, we're really befuddled. We want to put our stuff in front of other more folks, and it just seems like a brick wall everywhere we turn. So
hi, Chris.
Whether we leave the whole Full Dark moniker behind, I can't really say, and I don't think you can either.
We put a lot of things out there on the internet.
There's also one other aspect of changing the name, and I know a good deal of you are here because you want paranormal content and stuff, but we're more broad than just going to a dark place and ghost hunt. We want to bring other weird things that maybe aren't necessarily paranormal and put it on the platform, such as things like the mystery spot in Lake George. And history as well. We love history, and we're always going to lean towards the weird. And
it's clear those are there. We really like those. That's part of it.
But we went on our trip to Europe, and we filmed a great deal of it. Like we have, I don't even know how many hours of footage, but none of it's paranormal. So we know if we put it on this channel as Full Dark Paranormal Explorers and there's no paranormal whatsoever, that it's just going to tank our numbers, and it is important when you're trying to create a channel and a community. And so we decided one day, and we sat and Googled,
and we've also thought, we've said this here and there in the past few weeks. It's not like a brand new, let's just change our name, see what happens. We've thought well, what about names that have our name in it? What about because I started with the word paranormal not in it because I didn't want to pigeonhole it. But I sure didn't make it personal. We're people. There's only two of us doing this shit. I swear to God.
One could argue Full Dark Productions is even more isolating and non-humanizing. What are we, a production company?
Exactly. I think we came off wrong. I did that. I tried to be all professional.
But it was whatever. I enjoyed it, and that still exists. Right. Full Dark Productions still exists because we want to branch out into other things.
Yeah, you never know where you can take it.
And maybe help others out in the future, making content and documentary stuff for them as well. So
I'm just gonna put a piece of computer paper over this.
As far as this channel and this, and what do you guys think? Do you like the name? Do you want us to keep it going,
thanks,
or do you gonna miss Full Dark, or forget who we are?
Words? We're still the same thing. We still make. It's not like we're not going to make videos. That would be horrifying. Darnell, what are you doing?
Wow.
So it's not like we're going anywhere. We're still doing things, but also we came back from this trip, had to get everything in order, go through absolute nightmares with financial institutions who screwed me over, and I had to get an escalation team to handle it, to just start the process of changing where we live. and that has been kind of heavy on us and a little. And then I had to text my parents this morning and be like, "Did you survive the hurricane?" Because they went to Florida last week. I mean, they lived there, but they. So it's just been a lot of things.
Yeah.
Just a lot of things. That's all. That's all. We need space. We're very in this house. Oh, stop. No one wants it.
But yeah, I mean, the next year might be a little more lean as far as places we go. We're still gonna go spend the night in some of these creepy places.
Oh my God,
of course, none of that's going to change.
We haven't investigated Penhurst yet.
As we said, we're gonna buy a house, so we kind of got these places aren't free.
Yeah, there's that.
And
it's that kind of thing.
YouTube ad revenue certainly doesn't put anything in our pockets and stuff. And
it's a terrible joke, that one.
The merchandise that we have sold and sell, is the proceeds are going 100% to World Central Kitchen and Ukraine relief. So
and we
don't make any money off of this at all.
We're gonna take some stuff down and alter it maybe in the future, but
yeah,
that's what we're thinking. That's all. So we changed our name, see if it just maybe hits a little easier and a little nicer on people, and be like, oh, these are two human beings rather than what are they trying to be, a production company? Who the flip are you? And I don't want it to feel like that. That sounds terrible. So that's all.
That's the explanation for that. And it was a little bit unceremoniously. Literally, it was just a Sunday morning. I came in here to the office where Amy does her thing, and I'm like,
the only extra room in the house.
We're like, sure.
I think I'd had enough coffee by that time. I was like, yeah, fuck it, let's do it. I'll do it right now. And that's how I do everything. Yeah, okay.
And we went back and forth on some potential ideas, and some were absolutely ridiculous.
Like what? What did I say?
When we were Googling like adjectives and using the thesaurus.
I love the thesaurus on the internet. Thesaurus. I hate that word. I hate it. Why did we? Well, tomorrow with you, but we looked it up and looked at things. We were just like, what about something simple like Amy and Ryan's Weird Adventures? Yeah, this is what we do, and then it doesn't say paranormal. That's all. So yeah, we're gonna keep doing the same thing, right? You've got dead stock merch, man.
I like that.
If you've got merch out there that says Full Dark, there's going to be new merch that says new thing, obviously.
It's still us. It's
exactly.
It's not gone.
We're the same two people. We haven't been possessed. I've never been possessed as far as I know. I know. Have you?
I don't think so. No.
Not here.
Not here.
Maybe our dog.
The dog is certainly possessed. But yeah. So yeah.
That's that. Should we try to share the screen? We're already half an hour in. We said we weren't going to go too long. Should we try to share the screen and see if I can bring up this folder from my computer?
Sure.
Okay.
So we'd like to show you a little bit about our trip and stuff. A little slideshow if it will actually work. It was amazing. Have we went live since the trip?
I don't think this did anything.
Geez, I don't know if we have. So we went.
Yeah.
We went to
no idea how to do this, my friend.
Southampton, England, spent a couple of days. We got on a cruise ship and it took us to Bordeaux, France.
Share screen.
It took us to Bilbao, Spain and A Coruña, Spain. And we had a blast. We saw a lot of cool stuff like the Paris catacombs and the Eiffel Tower. And we had lunch with our friend Amanda Paulson from Pretty Effin' Spooky, who's on Instagram and TikTok and such. We sat at a little French bistro in the shadow of the Eiffel Tower and ate food that was way too fancy for me in particular. So I had, what did I have there?
Where? Which?
At the little bistro.
Oh gosh, you tried ceviche for the first time. This is a different. That
was a bad decision.
Well, it depends if you like raw fish.
I don't.
He does not. I mean, I already knew that, and I knew what it was. So we hung out with Amanda, and I think she and I both were kind of like just subconsciously like, just don't tell him what it is, and maybe he'll order it and try it because it's a fixed menu. The prefix is that. I don't speak French, but they have those fixed menus, and these are your courses. And the first one is ceviche, which is raw seafood that cooks in lemon juice through the acidic juice of citrus and different things. So this was kind of a very dill flavored one, a nice dill like cream-free sauce. And he tried it, and he did good. And then Amanda finished it for him.
Yep.
And we were like,
right in. It had the most delightful little cooked, burnt
I don't know how to share the screen. I'm sorry. So I'm going to do
disc
this
of
way.
something. I don't know what it was that sat on top. It was a little
It was
disc.
edible. It was a disc of food.
It was fantastic. And then we ordered chocolate mousse at this little French bistro. And oh my goodness, that was
my
phenomenal.
soul left my body. It was so good.
Yeah,
Let
same.
me show you.
And that had too had a little disc of something on top. They
Hardened,
really like
more
discs
hardened.
of
It was
stuff.
my
There,
God,
it
my
was
entire
absolutely
existence.
delicious. That was definitely a highlight of the trip. Oh.
There's the Eiffel Tower
look.
next to where we were sitting. I love
This
that.
is the low-tech analog version.
I'm sorry, not sorry. There's Ryan eating at the
Yep. I got a
bistro.
Coca-Cola at that place. A little taste of home.
It was so good. This is the
There it is.
ceviche.
See the disc on top? That little disc. Oh boy.
It's so strange. That's the raw fish under there.
Just
I liked it. Oh, here's the
unbelievably
mousse.
good.
I'm going to show you pictures of dessert on my phone. Don't at me. I just want you to know that it was so good. And Amanda got cheese for dessert, and we just aren't, again, my soul left my body. Oh my God, Chris, thank you. That's so nice. Oh, hello.
Why are we blurry now?
Uh-oh.
You can't do that anymore.
Okay.
We'll just have to tell them about it. Uh-oh.
No, we're screwed.
What have you done?
I don't know.
We are now blurry. Sorry, guys.
Sorry, friends. Not a clue.
Difficulties.
Hey.
It looked good before. Well.
I don't know how to fix it, but keep it on going.
I guess we're I actually look better like this.
Oh, Ryan.
It's true. It softens me a little bit. Anywho. Yeah. And my favorite part of the trip was definitely England. I love England. I'm not sure if any of our English friends are still in here. It is pretty darn late for them.
Here we go.
Whoa.
Gotcha.
Oh, man. Here we go. But England is absolutely delightful.
Oh, my God,
in every way. And just,
I think that was the best part of the trip. That's where we started. That's where we ended. We ended with friends. Like,
yes.
Oh my God. So we went, all right. So we went to, we went to Bilbao, which was.
Oh, yes. Paranormal. Yep.
We saw.
Of course.
We saw a place that they used in Game of Thrones, a filming location called Dragonstone. But we got stuck there because we're dumb Americans.
Yep.
No, because we're people who traveled and just did it and just did the thing. And so sometimes things happen when you're somewhere else and the language is not your own and the usual, you don't have a sense of the place, which is what happens when you travel. So you get to know it. And we showed up to this coastal, beautiful, rocky coastal area where the Castle of Dragonstone and the long walkway is where they film on, and it's in the new season of, anyway. Yes, and there was no way home. There was no way home. Not the way we had came.
Yeah, if you take an Uber from a city in Spain like Bilbao, it's a proper city.
Yeah.
1 million people.
They'll get you around.
Whatever. We took it like 20 miles outside into the countryside of Spain. They don't go both ways, we learned.
Oh my gosh, Carl, thank you. Thank you.
Wow, thank you guys. Jeez.
I'm being very friendly and nice tonight.
Thank you, Chris, too. Sorry I missed that.
I love Britain. Yes.
Britain was.
What's not to love? Come on.
Fantastic.
I don't know. We kicked you guys out a while ago, but we're still like. Yeah.
We got to hang out with our friend Mark from Dead Cold Paranormal, who, great channel.
Check out that
channel. Check out that channel.
We'll put the link in the description after the stream is done and in the comments.
He's been a friend of ours for a while through YouTube and stuff.
Yep.
So
getting
to sit there in a pub, several pubs with him and have a pint and just talk about just whatever, the paranormal
strange
and
things,
everything.
Wonderful,
it's fantastic. And then
things.
Lorian Jones showed up as well, which was amazing.
The ghost
Don't get
book,
too close.
I'm just gonna put it there so
there
you guys can see us in this pub.
There's Lorian and
Mark. Real pub, a real one.
It's called the Hung, Drawn, and Quartered in London, right next to the Tower of London, which I got to spend one glorious hour inside of, and I love the monarchy and the history of the monarchy.
What do they call you? An Anglophile? No.
Maybe.
I think you are. We're watching The Crown now.
I'm not a royal family nerd, okay? Like I don't sit there, oh my God, they're getting married. Oh my God, what did Harry and Meghan say? Oh my
But
God,
did you
that's not
watch
me.
the wedding?
I did not.
Oh.
No, I like the history, you know? It's like everything you see in the movies, but it really happened.
It's really happening. Yeah.
Swords and rulers and treachery and the whole works. I just
It's
love
pretty
that.
intense
And
from
how
this
you
point
can
of view,
still,
guys.
like,
It's pretty
taste and
intense.
touch that history today. Like I put my hand on the wall of the tower in London.
Oh, he lost his shit in there.
1075.
You got to see
And
that.
it
That's
blew me
cool.
away. Absolutely.
It was really neat. No, it's amazing. It's lovely, and to be in places that are far older, and know that some of my fellow white people were stood right there before they were like, "Oh, we're gonna fuck off across an ocean."
Cornwall is the best.
Oh, Cornwall's beautiful. Oh my God.
I have not been to Cornwall.
Holy crap! In St. Ives, there's a staircase that leads out of stone that leads down into the sea, and the water is turquoise. Oh my God! Why do we live here? Anyway, we went to other places that were also nice. Bilbao was hot as all get out. We went on the hottest.
104.
I wasn't doing good by the end.
Lost as well.
Yeah, it was Spain, and it was Spain. It's the coast of Spain where they were also having a heat wave in July. So let's just go there right then, as though we are people who do good in hot weather. We look like people who run around the tropics to you.
I'm from the north.
I am also from north enough that was painful.
Yeah, it was dry.
I was leaning against. It was hot. I was leaning against the pole.
But if we would have had to walk 10 miles back to the nearest civilization to get an Uber, then it would have been bad. Yeah, I'll say that. A Coruña was amazing. It was a cloudy day, only 70.
Yeah, it was nice.
And that's way out on the tip of
we had a
Spain.
Great lunch there. Oh.
Yeah, we did.
It's this footage that we will at one point put up a travel vlog of, but you know, in a minute.
We probably shouldn't ruin it all.
Oh, I know. Well, the best part was the catacomb, and the
catacombs was phenomenal. We got to run around the catacombs with our group and with Greg and Dana Newkirk, which was amazing.
I bought a pencil.
Like seeing their reactions to going in the catacombs the first time was priceless.
It was fun.
Awesome.
We all wish we could have spent more time in there, and that we couldn't have. Because they move big groups through this this small section compared to the city full of bones under there. And even the sections you see are just full and deep and stacked about knee high and about me and him together back into the walls.
8 feet deep of human bone.
And they say that the pieces that are missing, because it kind of caves in down a bit, are bones that were stolen over time. And of course, you can find 7,000 documentaries on the catacombs. Remember the really old footage from Scariest Places on Earth? I'm sure you do. The footage of the guy who went in and all you see is the camera go to a puddle and then his shadow runs away and he was never found again. I don't know if people proved that was fake or not, but in my headcanon of it, it's totally real. And I can't believe we got to be in that place.
It's heavy.
It's strange. Oh, it is strange. You're trapped underground for one, way down. You're in another country. You are amongst so many of your own dead. Just hey. And they're all looking at you the same because it's just eye sockets. So they're all just at you. I walked when I first walked in, I was like, hello, everyone. What do you do? And it's very somber too. It's very like,
it is.
Wow.
It's a burial ground essentially, but
it's like being in the cemetery.
But
that's what it
is. It's heavy down there, but again, I think it's just all the people that go down there day after day after day after day, leaving a little part of their shock and awe behind.
It's an awe.
Being able to be down there alone would, of course, be amazing. But
with lights.
Yeah, but that was one highlight for sure of the trip.
And it's very pretty. It's nice. It's well kept. Obviously, it's well kept. They got people going in, and it's designed like the way they're stacked. There's hearts in the wall, and it's just really I don't know. I feel like we should do more like that, more ossuaries where we have our bones on display. I mean, they last a long time in the right conditions. We might as well just. I mean, we have skulls. People
become fossils.
just do it.
Yeah.
Right? I don't know. I feel like we could do a little more fun death culture if we put our skulls on display. Just display our bones more. We only display what? These? That's boring. But anyway.
Weird. You think so? Is that what we need
Well,
to
here's
do?
our weird adventures. Check out our
Is that
backyard
good
in
weird,
here. We'll
though?
find out. Well, I
Your
thought it's
thoughts?
neat. It's neat because it is different. I think it's neat because it is kind of a bizarre thing to see what's under our own skin on display in front of our. You're facing your mortality. It's a
Yeah.
very stark and
And
visceral
when you
memento
walk
mori.
by 20, 30 skulls in a row and look into the eyes, it is a little unsettling.
It's the Odd
But hey,
Fellows
great
ritual
experience.
for everybody.
And really, you could be down there as long as you want. Like nobody's
Nobody's
you
pushing you
along.
through. There's no one else down there.
You can stay and chill for a while. You can
goes
take as
until
much
a
time as you
staircase.
want. We had to move along because we had a bus to catch
Yeah.
to take us back to port.
That's where we parted with some other people on the trip and went back and realized, oh, we have to go back to our lives in
Yes.
America.
But before we did that, we went back to Southampton.
That's when we did England. That's when we went to the. I bought us tickets to the Tower of London at the last second.
Yep.
Ran in there.
We found
Towered
the
it up.
most amazing cemetery in
Oh my
Southampton.
God.
That was like all overgrown, super old stones. Like it was such an eerie vibe. It was kind of a cloudy, misty day when we were in there, and you're just walking through woods, you know, like the bridge to Terabithia, but there's headstones everywhere, and people are walking their dogs, and they're very kind. And we were dragging suitcases along with us, and a kindly gentleman was like, "Oh, don't do that. Yeah, there's some ruffians about, essentially." And so we had to drag that around. You'll see it all in the video. Is this kind of content something you guys would be interested in seeing? Because if it is, we got a whole bunch. We could probably do 2 or 3 episodes on it. You know,
right? We'll put it up. You know what? It's weird adventures, and we had some weird adventures.
It was weird.
So I will narrate it for you, and should do like one take narration. Welcome to the Death Coast of Spain. We'll have fun. We'll put it up there.
This was not as paranormal as we might have liked.
No, I wondered.
Still a blast.
There were no investigations of anywhere.
Nope.
The catacombs was probably the spookiest bit. We should say it was Strange Escapes, Amy Bruni's Strange Escapes, which we always have fun at.
Which they had Greg and Dana Newkirk, Amy and Adam, and Aaron Sagers. And another highlight of the trip was, I'll just say this, getting to sit down and have some drinks with Aaron Sagers and talk about paranormal stuff and media and television and
the pop culture of this.
The pop culture of it all. We sat in the bar on the ship and drank for like 3 hours. He drinks a really interesting drink of like gin with peppercorns and some cayenne pepper and some jalapenos
and juniper berry.
So
that's the Sagers drink. I don't know if you want to try it, but gin with a bunch of
they named it the Aaron.
Different condiments.
Holy moly!
I'm not trying it.
I had Bahama Mamas, 3 or 4 of them. It was nice. I had the best Bahama Mama in my life on that ship. There's a robot arm that makes drinks for you.
Oh yeah.
And it was perfect.
It's like an AI bar.
I would give anything to drink one of those again.
You know, you can mix up a drink.
I can't do it as good. I don't know how they did it. I don't know what the ingredients were. The arm would go up to the bottle and more.
Google Bahama Mama.
And then the drink would just slap out towards you, and a bunch of it would slosh out the top.
And like everybody's standing around.
I wasn't expecting much.
Everybody's standing around with their phones watching it.
There's a giant view screen and cue screen telling you what order you're in. And
we should mention that this cruise was insane because I've been on cruises before and probably no more than 3,000 guests at any point on any ship. This ship at full capacity has more than 4,000 guests.
Yep. I don't know if Nick is still here, Nick Madsen, but that's larger than the town we grew up in.
It's too big.
Yeah.
As far as cruising experiences go, and I do enjoy it, Caribbean I think is going to be the best if you want to see a lot of ports in a short amount of time. Book one that does a different port each day and get like 4 to 5 at least if you're going to go to Europe. This was too many people. It definitely, like other friends of ours have talked about this too. And I think a lot of people, whether they've cruised before or not, went away with the same sentiments of this was too many fucking people. And it felt like being herded like cattle a lot.
CJ. I need a drink robot.
And it was 2 that worked together, 2 drink robots. So they're buddies, but they're not unless the singularity happens. But if humans design it, it'll never happen. So it was a lot of hurrying up and waiting, which is my dad's favorite phrase, hurry up and wait. And we did because there's like what, 6 elevators, 4 worked. You had to stand there with some weird people all
Yeah,
awkwardly.
there's
One's in a towel.
15 floors
Mabel's in her
on the
suit
ship.
dripping. You got a kid with an ice cream
Yep.
cone. I don't do well with a lot of people around me.
I went and chilled in the hot tub, and
did
they
by
had
himself.
a
I was like,
giant
"Have fun."
jumbotron over the hot tub and the pool. Amy never went with me once. She never put her bathing suit on one time, but I went there like 5 times.
Come back dripping. Oh, this was great.
There was an endless ice cream cone machine and a guy in a funny hat. It was like, I'll take a strawberry, please. And here you go. And then you could eat that, smash it into your face, go get another one. Smash that into your face, go get another.
This is why I left
and
him
on
on deck.
And on. And then there's a little Rasta band up there playing and stuff. I just chilled in the hot tub and people watched and stuff. It was good. It was good times. Yeah. I would recommend it if you like cruises. It's awesome.
Oh yeah, and it's a way to do it easier because there's a lot of how do you do it elsewhere another way if you can't it's a lot easier to do it for a lot of people to be on a boat that goes, now you're here, come back at this time, now you're here, come back. So people who want that structure too, that works perfectly. And I think if we make it to like 70 doing those, then it's going to be a little more like, yeah, all right, lead me to the bus. And then, all right, I like that. But I do love tour buses in Europe, the ones where you sit up high and you got your air conditioning.
Yeah, I wanted to try it.
Those are fun. Anyway.
The London was everything I expected. The double-decker buses flying by, and Mr. Bean car right behind it. They're all driving on the wrong side of the road and driving crazy, and people are out there like, all right.
I'm sorry, guys.
It was exactly what I thought.
I'm glad. We got into a taxi. We had the most wonderful taxi driver who talked to us about all sorts of things. Oh, man. It was good. It was perfectly wonderful. Good. What? Bye. Oh, he's going to show something. His chair's even spinning. He just took right off. What's up? It's now time for just me. Oh, he's bringing some of the stuff we got. We brought home things, not used things. I'd got no clothes. Come on back.
I'm back. Had to get tea. Royal tea.
Who doesn't go to England without
these dudes right here, I got to watch them do their whole thing. I got at the Tower of London, I got to watch them change the guard. And they scared the crap out of me because I'm just like staring solemnly at one of them as he stares back at me, I think. And then all of a sudden, just out of nowhere, he's like on his rifle like that. I'm like, ah! All of a sudden, here comes another one.
Take him nowhere.
Holy crap. God. I got that all on video, so you guys can see it. It's fantastic. And then I had to commemorate it with a Mr. Bean car and a bus.
Mr. Bean, a taxi for Christ's sake.
I got to ride. You guys ever seen Sherlock?
No.
The show Sherlock, it's the cab that he rides in right at the beginning of that series. He's in the back of a cab. It was one of those. You got to ride in a couple of those. Pretty sweet. I'll say that. I enjoyed that.
I'm glad.
Yeah, it was good times.
Oh my God. But that's what happened this summer, I guess.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah, that took a great deal of our summer.
It took a great deal of a lot of resources of our summer. And then his birthday was right beforehand. My birthday was right after. We hung out with family.
Good night, Chris.
Thanks for coming in and stopping in while you were at work.
Absolutely.
And so we did a lot of things, but it ended up also being a lot of family things. As my parents moved, so they're in a new place.
I'm getting corrected on the Mr. Bean car.
Yeah, it's just their taxis. We changed our taxis to ugly cars that are new, but we kept them yellow, but they have nicely designed ones. We should bring ours back, our New York ones. Bring them back to the stripey. What are you doing? I also have a dog that's trying to climb my lap, but we're all right. So that's what happened to our summer and why, everything came out later.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, Jane is correcting me on the Mr. Bean car.
I was going to say, doesn't it?
Yeah, I know. It's just
curvy top, interesting, more comfortable cabs than you will ever get anywhere in this country. Oh.
An old school looking car.
I had to use one of those taxis to.
It's awesome. The doors they call them the suicide doors or whatever, and the mafia.
It's much more comfortable. You can fold down the seats. I had to use one of those to move.
Chilling.
I had to use one of those to move apartments back in the day at school, and it took hailing 3 cabs to be like, "Can you carry me and 4 garbage bags in a duffel bag?" Like, but they are very and roomy and handy is the point. They're roomy, more comfortable than you'll get. So we enjoyed being in Europe, seeing France and England, even though it was a heat wave, even though the whole big old wildfires going on at the time, which was, you could see and smell it, and that just reminds you that the world's on fire, literally. But we had fun through heat and threat of illness. My nose got stuffed up by the wildfire smoke like crazy.
Benedict Cumberbatch referring to Sherlock.
Benedict Cumberbuns. I love the random name generator website for that guy. I lost my shit over that a few years ago. Yeah, what else is happening in the paranormal?
We have an adventure we're going on.
We have an adventure. You might have,
some friends.
If you have watched J&M's live streams or videos, you might have seen them mention here and there Rose Island, and it sounds fantastical. And the first time we saw it, we were driving to Newport in May for a very special day, and I didn't know that. And we looked down and went, "That's Rose Island," and you can see all the abandoned buildings on it, which is amazing because we have this island to ourselves. I'm sorry, I'm super excited. But we are going to be on an island in the middle of what is it, Narragansett Bay?
Yep.
That has abandoned buildings, and they let you stay inside the lighthouse. What a good idea somebody had, because we can be there all night. And then I realized that the room we booked, this is hilarious, we have to share their guys' bathroom. There's no bathroom in the building that we're sleeping. And I looked at it like,
I'm sure they won't mind.
We're taking a walk in the night.
So although it is a night, if anybody's seen the movie The Lighthouse, it could get weird on there, right, guys? It could get
super weird.
Right?
Robert Pattinson might show up, which is fine. Yeah. He's turned into a really good actor. I really have a lot of respect for him.
He's fantastic. It's awesome.
If Willem Dafoe shows up, I might back away slowly.
Yeah, those 2 guys are on that island. We better get out. But
it's going wrong.
Yeah, we're gonna spend a couple of nights on that island and see what comes of it.
And that's part of our haunted is spooky season stuff. We'll probably try to plan up a live stream this time, except it won't be called Full Dark. It'll be Amy and Ryan's
Weird Adventures.
Hallow stream.
I'm sure we'll both be doing some lives. Us and J&M both.
Oh yeah. You'll see.
It's gonna be great to see Jen and Marcel again. It's been too long already.
I know. It feels like it's been a really long time, and they just took the coolest vacation.
Yeah, can't wait to hear about that.
Holy mountains.
Plenty to talk about.
That looks nice. That looked nice.
Absolutely. They went to New Mexico.
So that's going to be a cool video that we'll see.
Which is very awesome.
In the future.
And I know why. And they've teased why, but I won't say anymore.
Yeah, I know.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, guys.
Is Julie implying something there? Is that a comment?
Yeah, well, she's just talking about the first time we went to Newport, I assume.
Or J&M. All right, I'm reading.
We're on a live stream.
I know. I'm right here.
Yeah. Hi.
Looking at things.
Hello.
But that's kind of the update. We're almost at an hour. We have a few things coming up in the future, which is there's another Ghouls weekend for the contributors of the Feminine Macabre. We also have to let you know that the book is out. The book is out.
Number 4, right?
Number 4 is out, and I'm glad I put this right here. So I want to put this on here because I'll share it on Instagram as well. And these are the people who are in it, which is, and look at the cover, it's red. The cover was done by Emily Wayland. You can find her on Instagram and Twitter, part of Singular 40 with her husband Tobias, and this is curated by Amanda Woomer, forward by Lisa Morton. And I'm in a book, which is dope.
You're on 3 of the 4 now, right?
That's crazy. Yes, I'm glad for it.
I don't know this.
I'm glad for it. I'm grateful for this. So if you do want to pick up a book, this makes a good gift. It's a good size. You could probably roll it, stick it in a stocking later this year if you need to. I don't do marketing. That's half of the issue. But this is out now. Feminine Macabre 4. So we're going on another trip, and this one will be in November. The Ghouls at the Lizzie Borden house. We haven't seen it under new management, and I have questions. I want some tea to be spilled about this whole place, but I'm glad to see it again. And when I am there, Ryan will be watching football in person.
I'll be in Buffalo for the Buffalo Bills versus Minnesota Vikings, which is going to be amazing. I'm a huge Vikings fan.
You gotta get a jersey.
Hopefully we can win. But yeah, that's going to be a fun weekend. So
Yeah,
And then we got the holidays coming up here.
yeah, it's almost Halloween. We know you might notice there's no content that's Halloweeny. Like as far I'm not posting photos because it's in boxes.
Yep.
So there's not really a lot of spooky season for us except for I don't know pumpkin spice coffee and great pumpkin spice cookies that he came home with the other day.
Don't worry if you don't see a lot from us coming up here because, like I said, we're finding a house and we're gonna move and stuff. But 23 is gonna be, recharged and doing more stuff. We have a great one right off the bat in 23. We won't say too much about that yet.
Won't say it yet. Yeah.
But we have a couple other places we want to book that we haven't been yet, and
they're out there, man. And some place, of course, I always want to repeat. Like I will always go back to White Hill Mansion. Like if there's a chance, I will go back there. And it's been long enough. I want to go back to Randolph County Infirmary too one day. I want to do that better.
We've talked about Villisca again, which was a wonderful time the first time, and some family of mine might join me.
I think we should do that
on that one, which could be a pretty cool experience actually to be able to do something like that.
And Malvern Manor's in Iowa, so we could go to too. Sean's asking where we can get the books. Amazon.com, where you can get everything because it's the empire. Where do you? Also spookeats.com, and I'll put that link down below on descriptions and comments as well.
Come up and say bye.
The Chupacabra is here to growl us out.
Bye. She's a good girl. Yes, you. Oh, you're a good girl. Goodbye. Yeah, she's crazy.
This is our lives. So that's pretty much what we got. I know I miss it. OSR too. But what else is happening? Is that everything?
I wanted to throw out one little shout out. I don't know if you guys are into podcasts or whatnot, but you should definitely check out What's Up Weirdo with Jessica Napick and the great John E.L. Tenney. I find that podcast to be very refreshing in this paranormal community and world. They don't talk a lot of paranormal stuff. They talk about
besides what they
weird
do
happenings.
Weird things of their lives.
They give accounts, but it's been really cool listening to that and interacting with those guys a little bit. They're really cool. We have great respect for Tenney, and we've met him on a number of occasions.
He's great. If you ever get a chance to hear his lecture, go do it.
Jessica's absolutely awesome.
I would like my face tattooed.
Great person. Tattoo artist and into the weird. So check out What's Up Weirdo. It's on all the podcast platforms. I think that's something you guys would enjoy
it
for sure.
And it's different. It's different than your usual
Hey Jane,
paranormal.
thank you for coming.
Everything.
Appreciate it. I know it's 2 a.m.
Right, it's a little late.
1 a.m. Holy moly.
But yes.
Thank you for being here.
Also, we're pates of What's Up Weirdo, so we like them. And
check
you will
out
enjoy
Wheelie
that.
Haunted, Jane and Paranormal
I was going to say,
Voices.
make sure you get Wheelie Haunted, Paranormal Voice, The Ghost Book, J&M Explorations, Dead Cold, Urbex. Hold on, I think I'm going to miss everything. Paranormal 5. If you look them up, they do. If you're in the Northeast or anywhere remotely near it, they have events. This is how we got to go to Wilson Castle. So look up Paranormal 5, and they're a family group. And they have a great and intelligent,
super cool, super
really
intelligent,
friendly,
think outside
dynamic.
of the box.
So
everything that we also like to focus on, they seem to be focused on.
And that was our how to get to
great people.
That was how to get to. I'll finish a sentence one day, I promise. That was how we ended up going to Wilson Castle the first time, and that was really worth it. So while we don't put on events and we don't love to do the big group dynamic things, we like to film everything. We didn't film anything besides take photos and a few different things. And good night, guys.
Marcel's had enough of me after New Mexico.
Oh my God. But that was worth it. If you see one of their events, definitely try that out. And
absolutely.
Subscribe to all the channels that pop in and come on out and have shown us support because we love you just as much. And hang with us, hang with us through the name changing thing. You're going to just see it on all our logo stuff, but all the links are the same. The link tree is the same. Don't buy the merch right now unless you want something new, but we're not going to worry about that for a while.
Yeah.
the other things that we have for sale are actually songs and videos, and that also goes to World Central Kitchen to feed people because this war is getting weird. So
but anything we're selling is going to that right now.
So if you want anything that doesn't have our name on it, though, old or new, there's digital downloads.
Win this thing.
But oh man,
hey,
hello from Oklahoma.
Dad.
Cool. Oklahoma. I've never been to Oklahoma. I've been to Texas, just underneath that. That's as close.
I'd like to check out like Tulsa and stuff. That'd be cool.
I have a friend there though. We don't know a lot of people over there. I don't.
The Red River, I believe.
I don't know.
But anyways, yes.
I like Texas. That's near it.
One of my favorite guitar YouTubers is from Oklahoma, Matthew
Scott. You're gonna find some cool music there. That would be nice. But
all right, guys.
That's about near it. Well, thank you for watching and coming in. Thank you all you guys for coming in and being here. This is just a little update and let you know we're alive. We're here.
Yep, we're alive.
We're still working on things. We're just working on a lot of things at once, and not all of it's spooky. So we're just trying to get our lives together. But we're here for Halloween.
We'll see you soon. We'll get those travel vlogs up for you.
And we're gonna be doing some Halloween stuff. So hi. So we're gonna do, I don't know, a few different fall spooky things. We'll put up some different reels and videos and things like that. Okay, where to see all of that stuff, if not on YouTube for the long things. I've started putting those short videos on the YouTube, and some people seem to like them. I don't know, so I just kind of put them back and forth.
Keep it rocking.
But we're gonna head out, and we're gonna maybe watch a horror movie, like a classic. Oh my God, Casper. Perhaps. It's spooky season.
Casper?
I had such a crush on Devon Sawa. Oh.
What about The Exorcist or The Omen?
I know, but I want to do. I want to do.
See what I have to deal with, guys?
Maybe some Addams Family. Oh my God, The Witches, the original.
That's all right.
The Frighteners. Anyway,
how about this one right here.
Yeah, Fright Night. I could do that too. Oh, Pet Cemetery.
Mr. Vincent.
We're going to go now.
All right, happy spooky season, guys.
Thank you for being here. We love you guys. Stick with us through the weird thing. I called it change is coming, like winter is coming, because it's literally winter is getting close. All right. We love you. Goodbye.
Goodbye.